Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Sundar for Cinema Copy Commentary. We are at IFFI Goa and today is day 4 of coverage. So I have selected 5 films for today. I am done with the first 2 titles and I will be talking at length about these 2 titles. The first one is Mountain Onion and the second one is 2020 in Roman letters, that is MMXX. The first film is from the perspective of 2 children. It's about what happens to a family that moves away from a city, goes to a very beautiful looking village to settle down, how the kind of conflicts that happens between the husband and wife, the effects that this conflicts has on the children, all of this is explored in this film. The interesting thing about this film is the way the children kind of get affected by this conflicts and the kind of solution that they try to come up with to help their mom and dad. Now, you would think that if a child were to see his mother have an affair with a man, he'd probably start hating women, he'd probably start hating his mother, or he might find faults with her, with his father. And there are so many tropes, psychological tropes that we have seen explored in cinema. However, here the boy decides that getting Viagra is the best solution for his father. He thinks that if he had Viagra, then he would be as good as the man who his mother is having an affair with. And he and his sister end up going on a journey to China to get a box of Viagra. What really happens during this journey and how his parents kind of react to the disappearance of the 2 siblings is really a fun watch. Now, what I did not like about the film is that it is set in this the entire film kind of reiterates gender duality. There is heteronormativity in all of the screens, all of the frames, and from the beginning till until the very end, at least until the last until about 10 minutes before the climax, you see the children as well as the parents reiterating gender and gender roles that's already set in the society. Now, the young girl, she probably is just around 10, like 7 to 10 years old. She's repeatedly told to act like a girl. She's repeatedly told that she cannot be friends with the guys like a guy. Like when she tries to, give a fist bump and say, "Hey, bro," her brother doesn't agree because she is a she. Now, they keep reiterating her gender. They keep reiterating his gender because there is also a problem with reiterating male gender because his father, the boy's father, keeps telling him that men don't cry. It is kind of problematic. Sure, they do kind of address it towards the end, but it is not enough to let people know that talking to children in such ways is going to affect their future, especially when it comes to their gender roles, assigned gender roles in the society. It's great that the film did introduce a girl who breaks these stereotypes, sure, but that's just not enough. Despite being a great film, I do have this complaint. So, if you were to catch this film, do keep in mind that this particular film does not heed to political correctness in its core. Now, the second film that I watched, it's 2020. So there are 4 films within this title, and each of this film kind of it's just a conversation between 2 people or 3 people. It's all just conversations that happened in the year 2020. It centers on different individuals, and each of them is probably connected through, like, the first story and the last story are connected through one of the characters. The first story and second story is connected through one of the characters, but as a narrative, they do not come together. So the connections between the 4 stories is just the characters that play a role in it. Now, each of the story centers on different relationships. The first one is between a psychiatrist and her patient. The second one is between the said psychiatrist, her partner, and her brother. The third one is between the partner from the previous episode and a friend in a hospital. And the final one centers on the patient from the first episode, something to do with the patient's family from the first episode. So this is how the four anthology is connected. Now, to be honest, it's a well-made film, but what really irked me again was the gender politics within the film, especially the first two episodes. I was just frustrated with the men in the films. In the first one, it's the brother. He just randomly, comes to the psychiatrist's home, and he's so entitled that he doesn't even apologize for interrupting her session with the patient. This is so male like. The characters, the two characters of the partner and the men in the first and the second episode, it kind of hit it's very, it makes me very angry because you see men react like this every day. You see women picking after them, you see women cleaning up after them, despite having a great career. You see them doing the dishes, making the food, and despite all of that, the men do nothing but laugh at them. They do not even come together to like support the women. It is very frustrating. I would say the film has done a brilliant job because it has made me angry, but then it also is kind of the first two episodes, while they are really good at making a point, the same thing is missing in the last two episodes. Like, for example, the third episode, I probably don't find the conversation between two men interesting because all I heard was them talking about sex, how this woman is great looking, her body parts, how amazing it was for this dude to like have sex with her because that's a great achievement. This is all I could take from the film. Of course, it could be different for different people because conversations bring about different perspectives. But this is my personal opinion on the third episode. And the final episode was kind of like it was supposed to be a crime thriller, I guess, because the episode centers on an investigation interview. There is this witness who's being interrogated by the police, and what she says kind of shocks you, but also it gives you a perspective on the criminal world of Romania, I guess. But it was just not engaging enough to keep my attention throughout the film. So overall, I think this is the first film that was kind of not great in the IFFI experience that I've had so far. As you've all heard me say, please check it out, please check it out. But this is a film I would say if you're not interested in kind of investing your time in experimental films, then do not give this time. But if you are interested in checking out how a conversation between just two characters can be captured, because each film is about 40 minutes, right? And each film has only two or three main characters. So you will not see the frame move away from these characters. So if you're interested in seeing how this can be captured, then do give it a shot. But otherwise, I think you can give this a pass. Now, this is all for day 2 from me. Do keep an eye out. This is all from me on day 4. Do keep an eye out on the app and on our social media handles for more updates. I will be watching 3 more films. It's going to be a busy day, so do keep an eye out and stay tuned to khulke.com. Thank you.